First, we need to protect our space. In your packet or at your table, you should have a piece of newsprint. It might be folded in half, so unfold it. You're going to have tape, and you'll need to rip that tape. So tear off a piece, quite a little bit of a longer piece, and then you can tear that in half, so then you'll have two pieces, and lock down the newsprint paper so it doesn't move. Shifting is next. Let's put our papers in order. So you have several different papers. The first thing that you'll want to put down is your photograph of yourself. Then on top of that, you want to put this heavyweight print paper. And then on top of that, you'll put the scratch paper, which has something on one side and then the white side. And then last but not least, your plexiglass. So now we're going to pull two pieces of tape. So that way you can lock down. So if I have this piece of tape, I'm going to tear it in half and kind of set it off to the side so I can use it for later. Now I'm ready to go visit the inking stations. Over at an inking station, I'll put my plexiglass down next to the pink tray. You'll have ink, unscrew the cap, apply a little bit of ink up at the top, screw the cap back on, and then you'll dip your brayer. You'll go ahead and pull this down, and then go roll, pick up, roll, pick up, roll, pick up, roll, pick up, roll, pick up. And what your goal is to completely coat this brayer in an even layer of ink. So I'm not there yet, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it to the side, side, pick up, side, pick up, side, pick up, to get a nice thin layer on your brayer. So then, with a decent amount of pressure, I'm going to start at the bottom here. I'm going to go rolling all the way up and all the way down. So I kind of run out of ink, so I need to reapply some more ink and coating in a nice thin, even layer of ink. After I apply my ink, I'm going to put the brayer rolly side down and take my plate back to over at my table. The first thing that I'm going to do is take the first piece of scratch paper, put the white side down, and have the print side up, and I'm going to be blotting it and taking away any excess ink. So I lay it down on top, and I don't want to scratch or bang it, I just want to smooth it. So a nice smooth around, and then I'm going to peel it, and that took off any excess ink, because too much ink, it doesn't work. Then I don't need this anymore, so I'm going to fold the ink side in on itself and put it off to the side. So then I'm going to center this and place my print paper. Try to place it right on top evenly. I sort of only get one chance to do this. Lay it on. Do not smooth. Do not smooth this on. Just put a piece of tape up top and then do the same thing with your photograph. Place the photograph on top. You already have your tape over here. Tape it in the same location, right on top. So it's like a hinge. It's in place, but I can lift it up. Get your pencil. Start tracing your eyes, your nose, your mouth, then your face shape, then your hair, and then the shoulders. When you press, you cannot erase. Do not erase. Just start outlining your features. Press decently hard for areas that you want to show up, and then you can shade. So I have a little bit of shading around my eye. So I'm going to be shading lightly, like I practiced with my robot lesson, shading lightly around the eye. And this glasses is a little bit hard, so I'm going to be pressing a little bit hard. if I pick up one layer, you'll see nothing. But when I pick up the second layer, you should see what you have outlined. So that's why there's no erasing, just tracing, because whatever pressure you put on it will transfer onto the paper. That ink will transfer onto the paper. Because it is ink, it does dry. Once it's dry, you can't transfer anything else. So that's why we work quickly, and that's why we're also starting with the eyes, moving to the nose, and then the mouth. Also, don't forget your eyebrows. So once you're finished and you have traced your hair and your eyes, your hair, and your clothes, then you need to think about what to do in this space around. So what I suggest is coming up with lines or patterns that sort of express your emotion. So this is a happy feeling, so what kind of lines do I find that are kind of happy? So for me, happiness might look like some kind of like bubble lines. Could be like little spirally lines, maybe some circles. What you don't want to do is you don't want to write any words. Words will come out as a mirror reflection, so they'll be sort of like a mirror, kind of backwards almost. When you finish, you're going to carefully remove the top layer, fold this down. We'll keep your photograph for reference for later. Remove the print paper. Carefully take off the tape. This can tear the paper, so be very careful. Then before you put this on the drying rack, you're going to write your name and teacher's name. On the right-hand side, you can also write the year. And then on the left-hand side, you're going to write the title. I'm going to call mine Happy and put it in quotations. So again, that's title, name, teacher's name, and then the year. And then this goes on the drying rack. And then this one will go in sync 1. We'll put have a whole bunch of these in sync 1. This paper and this paper get to go into the recycling bin. Remember, do not throw away your photograph. We're going to keep it for referencing for later.